Happy March, guys, and welcome to another Journal With Me video. Put on your favorite album, grab a cozy drink and sit down with me, because hopefully this is going to be a nice comforting video where we can hang out together and manifest good things for the new month ahead. Oh my gosh, I haven't done one of these videos in a while and I feel a little bit out of practice. And honestly, my journaling style has changed a little bit. I fell out of love with it for a little bit, so I'm just so excited to be filming a new one of these for you guys. You guys have requested it a lot, so let me know if this is something you like. Basically, I'm just going to be very casually taking you guys through how I like to personally journal for a new month. And this is what I do when I'm having a good month. So I usually firstly make a vision board because I'm a very visual person and I like to see my idea of the month on the page first, and then I go in and do some prompts and things. So let's start with that. You guys know that every vision board starts with Pinterest. If I'm making a dedicated mood board like this, the first thing I actually like to do is write a small little list of some of the goals that I have, some of the ideas that are coming into my head about the new beginning ahead. So I just wrote this little list down so that I had an idea of what images and what kind of vibe I wanted to pick from when I was going through Pinterest. But yeah, then the fun part is getting out your laptop and just collecting all of the vibey Pinterest images that are going to inspire you for the next month ahead. I talked about this more in depth in my last Journal With Me video. If you want to know more about my process and how I print out my photos, etc., go and watch that video. This is what I have prepared for this month. I just have one page. I'm just going to do a little double spread for this mood board. A little bit different to what I normally do. Like I said, my style's changed. It's a little bit more simplistic now. These are some of the photos that I picked out that kind of go with some of the themes from the list that I made. Notice here I have a few spirals. Spiral imagery is a recurring theme in my art and my life because it's a nice reminder that life isn't linear and you will keep coming back to the same lesson, same story over and over again, and that's completely normal and it's actually a beautiful part of life. So spirals are a big theme for the month of March for me to kind of remind me of that. And then I sort of have some, I guess you could say, aesthetically evocative images to remind me to slow down, to take time for self-care, and to get ready for autumn, which is a really introspective season. The main color theme for this spread is pink, not just because it's my favorite color, but I believe either in March or in autumn at some point, I am finally going to be painting my room pink, and it's actually for a job that I have coming up. So I'm just so excited. But nevertheless, let's get started cutting these photos out so we can pop them down. I'm just so excited. Like I mentioned to you guys, I haven't done one of these Journal With Me videos in a while, and I kind of wanted to explain how I've been feeling about journaling, or should I say posting about journaling, because I've still been journaling a ton, but basically I've been in a bit of a lack mindset, not an abundant mindset. And when journaling got so popular and I saw so many people do it online, pressure kind of built up within me, and I felt that every time I journaled it had to be aesthetic, or every time I journaled I had to film it and post it because that was the thing that was getting me the most likes and engagement and followers, and that was just a really bad place to be. Basically, I did not like that. It did not make me like journaling. So now I'm trying to come at it a little bit more intuitively and calmly. Those kinds of posts of mine still get the most engagement, and I really just don't want to fall into the trap of doing them because of that. I want to do them because I want to do them. So it's taken me a while to get back to that. Something that's really helped is finding my, I don't know, new and improved style, which is a little bit more refined, a little bit more me for now. And honestly, okay, I'm not usually someone to give this advice, but I really just needed a new journal. I spoke about this, but my old journal was harboring too much, I don't know, stagnant old energy. And this new journal, my new brown journal, has given me such a new lease of life. Oh my God, I love her so much. I almost don't want to fill her up and part ways with her because I feel like she's just been so magical and transformative for me. Not me personifying inanimate objects again. Sorry guys, that's just what I do. Is anyone else really bad at cutting out their images? I'm so impatient with it. While I'm just finishing cutting these out, what's everybody's plans for March? Because For us, well, for me here in Australia, it's going into autumn. So like I said, into hibernation, introspection, you know, knuckling down. But for you guys, it's about to be spring. Then summer and warmer weather will follow really soon after. I'm not sure if I mentioned it on my YouTube yet, but I have booked my flights, or my flight, back to Europe for the summer. I'm going for 2 months because my partner Paul is meeting me there, or my boyfriend. I don't know why I said partner. He's meeting me there. So we're spending 1 month together, and then 1 month I'm going to be with my auntie, my friends, alone. So that's really exciting. Planning that, getting excited for that. So I'm not really having a full autumn winter. I don't think I could survive that. Okay, so we've cut everything out now and she is looking really good. Now we have to stick it all down and put it all together, and what I think I'm gonna do is on one side of the page, the side with this big pink spiral here, I'm gonna have the title and then one of these little Muji craft envelopes. These were so inexpensive and I love putting them in my little spreads. I use them to put in my little secret goals that maybe I don't want everybody to see. And then afterwards I can go back, open the envelope, look back on my little goals and dreams and see what's come true. And then over on the other side, I'll obviously figure out a way to make this a little mood board for the month. And what I think we're going to do now is cue the montage, cue the music, and you and I can stick our little mood board down together. Before we get pasting, I wanted to tell you guys about the sponsor of this portion of today's video, Skillshare. You guys know that I love working with Skillshare because they're the largest online community for creatives like you and me, and this month I'm using their platform to help me with one of my March goals. Skillshare has thousands of creative classes in countless categories, and I've used them in the past to better my skills in sketching, organization, and even ceramics. This month, my main goal is staying grounded, and I was so happy to find this course called Creative Mindfulness, easy exercises to find magic and inspiration everywhere. My first task for this course was called Exhausting a Place, observing and annotating all the qualities of a space you may not have noticed before, and I can already feel myself becoming more calm, centered, and inspired for the month ahead. I'm so grateful to have this space to continue to grow and learn as a creative, and as always, I'm happy to share with you that the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Happy learning, guys. Okay, let's get down to business. This is the fun part. I hope you guys are cozy and settled with your journals as well. As always, I never have any rhyme or reason or plan when it comes to sticking down my images. I just do what I think looks good. I don't know, I just kind of switch my brain off and let my hands take over, which is actually really nice. And I think for this spread here, I realized I wanted to add some elements behind the images. So I ended up cutting out my very own spiral out of this brown craft paper. I just drew a big spiral on it and then meticulously cut it out. I love using this craft paper as accents to my vision boards. I don't know, it just goes with everything and gives it a nice cozy vibe. And for this board in particular, it really matches the envelope, of course. So I thought it was a nice tie-in. And yeah, I'm happy with how all of these pictures are turning out together. I don't know. I think they're so inspiring. I can't wait to have a soft girl, introspective autumn to film, document, read, drink cozy drinks, and of course stay nice and grounded, hopefully. But yeah, this is how it's looking so far. And then I decided I would just go in with my trusty black Muji 0.5 pen and add some simple details. I love doing these little like swirl borders of the images with my pen, or like a fun color. And then of course we had to add some more spirals and swirls. And then of course I did my little March title. I messed it up a little bit at the end, but I still think she looks cute. And that's pretty much everything. A very simple mood board, but I'm so happy with how she turned out. I'm already feeling so inspired. Oh, and of course the little envelope. I still need to fill in those little secret goals. But yeah, what do you guys think? We did it, guys. We finished the mood board. I honestly never know how they're gonna turn out before I start doing them, and I think that is the fun of them. I feel like my brain and all of its dreams are out on the page, and I've spoken about this a lot, but the reason why I love mood boards so much is because I feel like they're, I don't know, just a physical manifestation of your dreams, of something that you've plucked from your imagination, taken from this, I don't know, I guess metaphysical world up here, and put it into the real world, which is a very, I guess, concrete step forward into making these things come true in your everyday life, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Without getting too woo-woo here, I also think that, I don't know, creating art or creating anything with your hands, no matter what it looks like, no matter what you think it's supposed to look like, creating is an act that makes you one with the universe. And when you're in that kind of dimension, you can manifest anything you desire. Not to get too spiritual with it, I think I've just been really enjoying the artist way, and I don't know, making this video and talking about this mood board, I feel like I'm getting back into my abundant mindset. I just wanted to note, for all of my past videos and all of my future videos, every time I mention manifestation or an abundant mindset, I do want you to know that there's a lot of privilege that comes with that. Toxic positivity is a thing, and I don't want you to think that I'm just going around thinking anybody can manifest their wildest dreams, because that is, yeah, it is a privilege. I hope I'm making sense. But now that we've got this, it's time to get writing. Okay, I've just gotten changed because I'm gonna head out to fill in my journal prompts for this month, because that's something that March Tear would do. In February, for the most part, I stayed holed up in my home, so I wanna go take myself out more in March. But I've set out my little prompt spread, and I thought that I would share it with you guys. If you're someone that's not so great at stream of consciousness writing or journaling, I think prompts are a great way to sort of get around that issue. They're basically a question that will prompt you to answer, to think, to reflect. So if you really don't know how to fill up your pages with writing, answering these little questions or prompts is going to be the best way to do it. So on one side of the spread here, I've set out my typical monthly reflection, which includes things like your top 3 goals. What are the top 3 things that you want to achieve for the month of March? I love this one. It's basically your ins and outs. What are you bringing in for the month of March, and what are you leaving behind in February? It could be moods, routines, habits, people, things, anything that you're leaving behind or bringing in for the new month. And then at the bottom, I have another favorite prompt, which is how I want to feel. Do I want March to feel calm and slow, or do I want it to be fast-paced and energized? And then I've put here routines that help my goals. What are some new habits or routines that I can put into place that will help how I want to feel and will help me achieve my top 3 goals? The other side of the page I've left blank here, so I have some space to fill in some longer prompts that I've created for you guys. I've just posed a few longer form questions for you that, when you answer them, will hopefully help you start this new month with a clear mind, a clear and comforted headspace, and to hopefully help you just feel a little bit more ready to tackle all of the challenges that will come your way and all of the beautiful things that you will achieve and experience. Okay, that being said, the cafe is going to close soon, and I need my strawberry matcha. So I got my bag, got my phone, got my journal, obviously. Let's go. February absolutely flew by, so it was really nice to have this little moment to pause and reflect. I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I learned in February, some of the big themes that I kept coming back to. The first lesson was a big one for me as a creative and as a creative on social media, and it was that while I may look up to certain people, my journey of success is completely my own, and it won't look like anybody else's. And following that, the next lesson or reminder that I learned and that I want to tell you guys is that there is room for everybody in this world. You are not any better or any worse than anyone, because everybody has equal opportunity to create and thrive in this world. So don't put yourself down because you belong in the space that you want to be in. And the last lesson is the ongoing theme of this video, I guess, which is that life, love, and healing aren't linear, and ups and downs are a normal and necessary part of the human experience. So yeah, February was a big one. I'm excited to take these lessons into March with me and hopefully just have a stronger month all around, I guess. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I found it really, really enjoyable to make and watch back. And if you like this video and my channel, I would love it if you subscribed and let me know what you guys are doing in March. I'll see you in the next one.